The name of this knife is The Principal by STRONK. When are they going to make the counselor? I'm a counselor. Hi guys, Knife Detector here, and if you like knives, please like and subscribe. You're in the right place. We look at folding knives and fixed blade knives here. Guess what? I got sent a knife by this company, STRONK Knives. Kind of like a play on the word strong. Like, do you feel strong, my friend? Do you feel strong? And this one is called The Principal. 4-inch Skinner knife. It's got black resin handle, carbon steel blade. Now, I've seen some of the pictures of this knife, and they kind of look like some of those frost type knives that are Skinner knives, but the pictures I saw were of a much more refined, better looking knife. So if that's the case, this might be worth looking into. So let's take a look at what we got, right? Okay, first off, I have not taken the protective material off the knife. This is as I'm receiving it. I just opened the box. So let's first see if there's any other surprises in the box. This is what initially I'm getting, okay? Now, right off the bat, I'm seeing this tape, the way it's wrapped together, and I'm looking at this sheath. This is kind of looking like it's from Pakistan. I'm not sure, but there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. Pakistan makes some great knives, okay? They make some amazing knives, very well-built knives. But let's take a look at this. I'm going to move this box out of the way, okay? So first off, we're going to take the knife out of the sheath. This will be my first look at the blade. Ooh, it's coming kind of hard there. Oh, the first thing I'm going to tell you is that this is bigger than all those other frost knives I've seen that have like a small skinning blade. This is a big Skinner. Look at this thing. This is a pretty big knife. Let me see. It's like 5, maybe about an 8 to 9 inch from the tip of the blade to the end. Let's take some of this protective coating off. What do you say? Let's see. I need to be very careful with this, my friends. Okay. Ooh. Okay, it's ripping off already there, just pulling it against the blade. Okay. Wow, look at that shine on that blade. That is super nice. Okay. And notice that the word STRONK, it's not just kind of like printed there. That is stamped on there really good. Look at that. So this is a much more refined version of the traditional Skinner knives that you guys see. Plus, this is a resin type blade, a resin type handle, I'm sorry. I'm a little excited. Okay, I'm trying to pull this off, but this tape is really on there really hard, and I don't want to scratch the handle. So it's like having to wrestle with this because I don't want to scratch the handle while I do this. Give me a second, guys. Okay, so I'm going to use this like another type of Pakistan knife here to try and open this one a little bit, cut into it. I'm trying not to scratch that resin handle, but let me tell you, it is really hard to get in there. I don't want to mess it up. I really don't. Trying to pull it off without causing any damage and having a difficult time. People of STRONK, when you see this video, maybe kind of take a look at your packaging, okay? I'm going to try and go where the steel is here, do a little cut, because I do not want to damage the resin handle, okay? There we go. All right, look at that. Ooh, it's kind of like a broomstick handle. This feels pretty good in the hand. And I tell you what, that resin handle looks really, really comfortable. I wouldn't mind carrying this knife. I really wouldn't. This does look like a much more refined version of the Skinner. That steel right there on the handle looks like it's pushing on 3mm. You got some aggressive jimping right here. This is primarily a skinning knife, okay? This is so that when you can put your finger here for a little bit more control and you're trying to field dress a deer or you're trying to gut a fish, you know, this is a very nice hunting knife, something you want to take in the field. It's got an aggressive point right there, and it feels razor. It feels razor, my friends. Now, the edge goes all the way up to the back. See how it splits right there? That's pretty much where the edge stops, right at that point, which is good. Because on some of these other knives that I've seen, this is a very square end right here, and then there's kind of like it stops abruptly, but this is smooth. It just goes all the way across. Ooh, I'm gonna poke myself there. That is a very, very nice blade. I'm loving it a lot. Okay, guys, I wanted to give you a look at this knife. Now, it feels very smooth in the hand. Initially, when I'm holding on to this knife, You know, it feels quite smooth. I technically would prefer some more jimping on here. That's maybe a little bit better to hold. And I would like some ridges in here to make this a little bit easier to hold in the hand so it doesn't slip out. It comes very, very well oiled so that you're able to, you know, see how pretty it is, and this doesn't rust on the way. But let me tell you, I'm liking this knife. And you know what? If you like this knife too, if you want to get yourself a STRONK knife, if you want to feel STRONK, my friend, then I'm going to put a link in the description where you can find this knife. They're about 40 bucks. So if you don't mind paying 40 bucks for this kind of refined version of the Skinner, I would be proud to carry this to going hunting with one of my friends. I would be proud to carry this, you know, the next time I go to a steakhouse and I'm going to cut into a steak and pull this bad boy out. Oh my gosh. You're talking about large and in charge cutting a steak. I will feel very strong, my friend, doing that. All right, guys, this has been another one by the Knife Detector. Let's put it back in here. Now, the sheath is very rudimentary, but as you can see, it is made out of leather. So we're going to put that in there. We're going to snap it. Let's see what it looks like with the sheath there, just kind of already in place. All right, so that's what it looks like. If you're going to be carrying it, you're going to be carried on your belt like this, vertically. Honestly, I wish this was horizontal carry. If this was horizontal carry, I think I would be very, very happy. Who knows? I might turn this into horizontal carry myself and put another strap right there just because I like this knife so much. Guys, I do like this knife. So if you like this style knife, if you like this type of skinny knife, check this out. Check out STRONK knives because this is a much more refined version of the Skinner. Beautiful blade. They also make this in Damascus too, I believe. This is a resin handle, so it's easy to clean. It's not going to get all grimy and get stuff stuck in between the fibers like wood. You know, this is super nice, so check it out. Check out STRONK. A link is in the description. Thank you, my friends. Enjoy your weekend.